Section 2.2 quantitative variables, categorical variables, there we go. Here I have some sample data, gender, eye color from a student survey, and I want to put the two of them together, and this is what we refer to as a two-way table here. And we can ask all kinds of questions in the comparison on the two-way table. So for example, focus for a minute on females with green eyes. So what percent of the sample has females with green eyes, females and green eyes? So that percentage would just be to take the number of green-eyed females and divide by the total number of people in the sample. We can then reformat that as a percent and state what it means here. So percent of students who are female with green eyes. Might also use the word and in there, females and have green eyes, right? So the two of those conditions have to be met together. But sometimes we're interested in other ways to look at that. Like, I have all these females, what percent of the females had green eyes? That's a different question because here I'm only concerned about the females. So it's the same 18 green-eyed females, but this time I'm only concerned about out of all of the females. So I'm going to get a different percent there. And often when we see percents in the media, they're not out of everybody, they're out of a subgroup, like what percent of females have green eyes, what percent of males smoke, things like that. Another way I could work with this data right here is I could take a look at, of all the green-eyed people, what percent of them were female. And so here I'm focusing on the green-eyed people, so that's my denominator, my population at the moment. And so it's still that same 18 people, but this time it's out of the 19 total that had green eyes. Right? So I get a very different percent than before. So when we're looking at this two-way data, we have two variables going at once. We can compare to the whole population. We can compare to one category like gender or the other category like green eyes. And each time we do that, even though it's the same subgroup, those 18 green-eyed females, depending on which population we compare to, the whole or one part or the other, we get very different percentages. And again, in the media, when we hear percentages, they're often one of these two right here. Two-way tables, powerful way to analyze categorical data.